Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. As you probably saw at the beginning of the video, we took care of the straw bales in the wheat field, brought those on over. I did sell the last batch of straw bales that I had because I kind of ran out of room in the straw bale shed that we have. And if I do want more straw, well, we're going to get it when we harvest the oats, which are ready today in the month of August. So that field's got oats in it. I think this field over here has oats in it. And also our sorghum field is ready for harvest as well. But we're going to get to that probably another episode on harvesting because we just did that last episode. But you also saw me put down lime in the field as well. And I kind of ran out of lime. That's not that big of a deal. It's the wheat field for the chickens. So, but at least it's better than it was. And then of course I took care of the cows last night while it was raining just before bedtime. To wake up with $478,000 in the bank account. And we're going to spend a lot of that this morning because I feel like it's about time to get the 9R. So let's dive on into the shop, and it's not for sale. It's not on sale. Of course it's for sale, but it's not on sale, so we have to pay full price for it, but that's okay. We want the Michelin tires. I am going to go ahead and get just the wide tires. We don't need twins, and I don't want the weights on it either. We just want the wide tires. I'm going with the US design. Front weight, I want 1,800 kilograms of front weight on it. Gotta have something in the front, might as well put the weight onto it. I do want the 3-point attacher on the back, so we're going with that. We're going to go with a standard engine in this, but that's still a 462 horsepower engine. If I ever want to upgrade it, we can go all the way up to a 670 horse. That will cost us an additional $108,000 at the time, but not now, we're not going to do it. So we're going to stick with the 462, which is more than enough. I'm not going to put the crop sensors on there. This tractor is mainly going to be for planting, and as we found out, the crop sensors really don't matter when you're planting. As for license plate, it doesn't really matter on that, but I've been keeping the plates off them. And there we have it. So that's going to cost us $350,000, so that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and buy that. But we're not done. No. Sorry, I don't want to buy a second one. No. One's good. I meant to hit back. We need to go into the headers, and I'm going to scroll all the way down here. We're going to get the Draper 45 footer by Stevie, and the reason why I want to do the one by Stevie is because I can change it for the Ideal. And let's see, we want the main color. We're going to go black. And is it, let's see, do I want to go yellow or do I want to go black on black? I think black on black may be too much for it. But we'll go black on black for now. And the rim color does not really matter too much. Yeah, so that's for the Ideal. It's going to cost us 95 grand for that, but let's go ahead and buy that. Because I'm going to need that for the sorghum field. Alright, and what I can do is, let's go on down to the shop. We'll jump into our new 9R. And where is the tong for the header? It's up front. I can bring it right back with the 9R. Bring us all the way down to 33,000. Ooh. Alright, kind of like the old days. Can I not hitch that up to this? Okay. Not a big deal. So that needs a smaller tractor or trailer setup. But the 9R, welcome to the family. It's an articulated tractor, as you can see. It's got a pivot point in the center, which makes it articulated. But we're going to use that to plow the wheat field first thing this morning. Want to get right to that. I want to get some stones so I can crush them on up, get some more lime, so I can finish liming up the wheat field. And then we should be fine in that field. But what we're going to do is, as we're plowing, I'm probably going to set up the McCormick to do the stone picking once I get a little bit of this done. So we got to get a couple of headlands done. And hopefully we don't have any issues with Frank today. Hopefully Frank is alright. Hopefully he had a good night's sleep. Maybe the steady rain at nightfall made him soothe off to bed and had a peaceful night of sleep. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how he does today. But we got to first get plowing on that field. Yeah, then in the other episodes coming on up, of course, we'll have the oat harvest. And we'll also have the sorghum harvest. Sorghum is mainly for the horses. We're probably going to put that into storage if I can. The main reason behind that is our silo is pretty well getting near full. We got 150,000 liters of wheat in there, but I should be able to take some out, bring that on down and be processed if I need to. But I want to keep all the sorghum for the horses. I could, feed the chicken sorghum as well. But yeah, for now we're just going to put in storage for our 2 horses. Eventually we'll have more horses in there once they, mature enough, and then they have to start offspring on their own. So he's got to be careful. Like as we can see, I just don't have a whole bunch of cash anymore. But we can easily get that by selling some products. I could sell a whole bunch of sugar. I think our sugar factory might even be full again. I don't know. But we shouldn't need any money. Really, 33,000 should be able to cover us this episode. Yep, there is our sorghum ready to go. I'm going to use the 9T in this field here to harvest that. And maybe while we're harvesting that, we'll have the Lexion, class Lexion, harvesting some oats. Some oats. And I planted the oats for... Was that for pig food? I think it's going to be our new pig food mixture that we're going to have. So I got to remind myself about that when we get to it. But I think that's what the oats are for. I mean, I could use the oats for cereal. I could use the oats to feed the horses. But mainly I think we're going to be doing some pig food on that. All right, our plow should be right in here. Hopefully the plow should hook right up to this, I would think. Except it's a 3-point linkage plow. Bingo bango. So this would be good later on, like I said, when we're doing the harvesting later on. The John Deere 9R will be plowing. The McCormick will probably be doing the stone picking. And we'll have the Deutz-Fahr following the class Lexion while harvesting oats, picking up straw. And of course, our Kubota will be just resting over at the cow barn in the meantime. I want to make sure I got this not on creating fields. All right, so we're good to go. Oh wait, do I got this on backwards? I do. It's not that big of a deal, but we'll drop it and put it on the correct way. Yeah, so really with the crop sensors, as we gone over it, I'm recording this after that episode finally went out, so I've been seeing some of your comments on it. And yes, so yeah, the crop sensors, probably the one I really need it on is the Kubota, because the Kubota is the only one I can put road tires on. Narrow tires. And yeah, or I could use any tractor in the first growth stage and go ahead and put the artificial fertilizer on. An articulated tractor. It's going to take me a second to get used to that again. Just out of curiosity, actually I don't remember, but it's been in Farming Simulator ever since I can remember. Is the quad in this game? The Case quad? I got it by, yeah, it's right here. The Steiger Quad Track Connect. Alright, so it is in the game. Okay, and that should be the same engine size, right? Or what's the engine in that sucker go up to? A 692. Either way, we got ourselves a lovely 9R. So all you John Deere fans can be happy once again. We had a John Deere 8R on Elm Creek for the 2 weeks that we were on it. And that's all it took. And then Alien Jim released No Man's Land. I'm like, bye-bye Elm Creek. I want to create my own little city and village. Which we're kind of getting there. Yeah, I didn't want to put the tracks on the 9R, and yeah, in case you, I think I showed it once before. I just didn't like the looks on the 9R for the tracks. Wheel setup. Can I do the tracks on the 9R? Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong 9RX is what I need to. Oh, 9RT, sorry. So the 9RT is kind of no, sorry, maybe it is the 9RX. Where is it? Yeah, 9RX. That was correct. Yeah, I don't know. It just maybe the John Deere with the tracks on it. I don't know. Not kind of my thing. I don't like the wide style. I do like. I mean, if I were to prefer any of it, I'd do that. But I don't think I really need the tracks for what we're doing here. I think the tires are more than capable of what we're doing. if I was to do like a big seed drill where I got to pull the drill and a tanker, maybe I'd go with tracks. But I think for what we're doing here, this is more than what we need. So I do want to get a couple headlands done, then we'll bring Frank on over in the McCormick and our stone picker. Pick up these stones, put them right into the crusher. I just got to kind of eyeball it up where I need the line be put down. But I should be able to figure it out when we go put it back down, because this part of the field should not require any... Let me double check that. After I plow it, it's okay, right, still? Yeah, it says the pH value is perfect, so if I were to come over here later on with the Burrito spreader with lime, it shouldn't put any on down. Only where it needs it. But it doesn't take too long for the weeds to come into play, does it? One day and we got weeds. But by plowing, we're fine. We're all good. So an interesting little tidbit. The founder of John Deere himself, was born in the same city that I was. But yeah, I don't really prefer the John Deere tractors too much. Even though green's my favorite color. I know it all doesn't make sense, does it? You think I'd prefer the John Deere. No. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the... I don't know, maybe... I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I'm liking the looks of the 9R. Maybe it's the smaller compact John Deeres or something, I don't know. Can't put my finger on it. But we got one here. It's not like I don't mind it, I just, yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? When you just don't know why you don't really prefer something. I just don't know why it is. But this tractor would do us more than fine here on the farm. And I've been thinking about maybe next season trading in the McCormick. I know we've had it for a while, and I wouldn't mind trading in the McCormick at this point because we've been using it quite a bit, and maybe get, because we haven't had a Massey Ferguson yet. We could do something like that, or Valtra, or just switch up brands and try to try to show off more brands. That's why I don't buy all one brand and just have them all running around here. I've seen some people do that on YouTube, where they just have like a John Deere farm or a New Holland farm or a Massey Ferguson farm, whatever. I kind of like to mix it on up. If I got the cash. Which we're a little low on right now. Like I said, we'll be fine. I probably got more donuts and cakes I could sell. Furniture, probably... I could sell furniture. The price probably isn't that bad. But that does remind me, I do got to take care of the cows this morning after I take care of this field. And before I get to harvesting. They're fine for a few hours. But the milk needs to be taken care of today because the milk is almost full. I did not take care of the milk yesterday, so it's getting pretty darn full, which is good. I just got to go and check on Bread Pit and the donut shop to see how we're doing on butter and chocolate. And if we're doing fine, then I'll just bring milk to both of them, and they'll be good for quite a while. I was kind of shocked last night when I was taking care of the cows that they were just about out of straw. I thought I took care of them not long ago, but it's one of those things where the days are starting to run into one another. You know how it is? Kind of forget what day it is and when you did something. Yeah, that's happening here. Okay, so I think I'll do about 3 full headlands, and then I'll get Frank working on stone picking. And we'll finish up this field in no time flat, I think. I think I have enough room after getting 3 headlands done to send Frank on his own. So let's give Frank a call and tell him to get his butt over here. And he can start some stone picking. And hopefully, once he gets done, we'll throw the stone in the stone crusher, and I'll have enough to finish off. You can see I don't have that much of a piece to do, so it should be rather simple to get enough to finish that after he picks up the stones. And I'll leave the John Deere running, because why not? Let's see, the McCormick is just around the corner. Let's grab the stone picker and get Frank going. Alright, we'll see how Frank is feeling this morning. He said he had his coffee, so I think he's going to be okay. We'll let him go on through. Just kind of wish I knew. I think when he gets done with the 3 headlands, he's going to start on the upper part of the field. And then he'll work his way that way, so I may start just going up and down on this side of the field. That way I stay ahead of him. Because if he catches up to where I haven't been yet, then it's pointless. That's right, it's articulated. I'm like, why is that not backing up? Articulated. You know, back up the correct way for it to turn the way you want it to. So, getting back to like Monday's episode, which was the crop sensor episode, where we kind of, at least I kind of figured out about the crop sensors a little bit. I know some people are saying that what's the point of slurry and solid manure? I would say that's for prepping the field for slurry and solid manure. And then, of course, when you plant, you probably want to put down the nitrogen as well. And then I would wait until the final growth stage before you go into the field and spread the artificial fertilizer. At least that's the way I would do it. Or you could just, you know, if you don't mind spending the money on the artificial fertilizer, you can plant and, you know, fertilize it completely. I won't say completely, but the best you can while you're planting, and then top it off later. The thing that I always say is it going to be feasible to buy the crop sensors? They're like $15,000 for each tractor you want to use it on. And then, of course, you got to go around and fertilize every field to get that extra, I don't know, well, let's just say 2.5%, maybe 3%. It's one of those things you got to figure out, is it worth it? Is it worth it to go around? So like this field here, we got 130,000 liters off this field. Now, usually I get about 125, but this time we fertilized it before the harvest stage. So usually, like I say, I get about 125,000. So to get the extra 2%, we're talking on that, we're talking probably close to like 3,000 liters more of wheat I got at this field. What does wheat sell for? Just plain old wheat, doing nothing with it. Let me see, what's the best price? So, okay, $400, 2,500, we'll just say 3,000 liters. That's an additional $1,200 of money I would have made, I make by fertilizing the field. Now, yes, I'm on hard economy, so if you're on medium or easy economy, I don't know what the wheat goes for. But then you have to start figuring out, is it feasible to do that? I don't know. It's kind of like the way I look at rolling the fields after you plant. Is it feasible to get yourself a roller and put the wear and tear on your tractor, and probably not so much on the roller, but mostly on the tractor going around and rolling the field to get the extra 2%? Now, real life, I would say probably is, but Farming Simulator, I'm not sure. Because one thing we don't have to deal with in seasons in 22 is germination. So if you're unfamiliar with 19 in seasons, you could plant a field and have spots of the field where the seeds don't germinate for many different reasons. So, you know, that's where you lose some crop. I have not seen a field not germinate at all in 22. Is that actually even a stage? Does that even show? Let's see, plowed, harvesting, withered. We got withered. Weed not plowing, mulch stones. That's for that. Yeah, so there isn't a stage of germination. It's just growing. So I think your crops are guaranteed to grow. So, okay, we don't have to worry about that in Farming Simulator, but in real life you do. So that, you know, it all comes down to, if you don't roll the field, probably after real farmers help me out here. You know, is your crop less likely? Is there more of a chance that your crop doesn't germinate if you don't roll the field afterwards? Or, you know, that I'm pretty sure that's probably it. Now, as far as I know, rolling a field after you plant is to help kind of get more of the soil in contact with the seed to help it germinate better, so you don't get like a seed in an air pocket and it can't grow completely, or or the roots of the seed don't get right into the soil. A lot of reasons why you probably want to roll a field afterwards, but I don't know, maybe I'm just shooting some crap here and not really sure I know what I'm talking about, which I do sometimes. But either way, at least on our wheat field here, pH value is going to be a lot better next season, because I am going to finish off the lime in that little bit of a section there when Frank gets done. It looks like Frank is not having much of a problem today. So I'm going to continue here with the 9R John Deere. We're going to get that done. And then I need to go take care of the cows and bring the milk somewhere, either to the dairy godmother to be processed to butter / chocolate, or bring the milk on down to the donut shop and bread pit, and let those production buildings keep on going along. So I'll see when I'm just about done plowing this field, which should probably be maybe like another 5 minutes or so. Frank is doing a wonderful job over there in the magical stone picker. It's a magical stone picker because it changes color the closer you get to it. Kind of interesting how that works out. At a far distance it's yellow, but if you get close enough it turns red. It's a magical paint that we put on there, I think. But Frank's been doing a better job today. Just having an off day yesterday, I suppose. We all have those. I am just about done here, and I kind of stayed out of his way, so everything's good. And with a little bit of stone that we're getting off this field, should be able to top off this field with some lime and get that taken care of. All the rest of the field should be fine for lime for another year or so. And I was checking on the season planting and harvest stages, because for some reason, I can just not get it down in my head for Farming Simulator 22. Wheat, we can start planting in September. But the one thing that kind of threw me off were the grapes. The grapes will be ready possibly next month. So I got to take care of the vineyard in this in-game day for mulching and plowing. Maybe even fertilizing with the Landini. So, yeah, that's a lot of work to be done. I got to buy 2 implements, which will be the mulcher itself, and then, of course, I am going to have to buy the manure trailer, which is like 30 grand. So, I'll have to get some money some way, some shape. If I don't get to the manure, then I'm not too concerned about it, because according to Precision Farming, nitrogen-wise, we're fine, but it does need to be mulched and plowed. We already got the subsoiler for it. We just need the mulcher. And I don't think it's that much for that thing. Nope, lift up, lift up. I don't want to plow where Frank has already been around. I don't want to kick up any more stones. I don't want to upset Frank today. I just, don't make him go over the same area twice. But I think for the farm now, this is the number of tractors I'm going to go with. 3 tractors that, 3 tractors that mainly work in the field. The Kubota will work in the field once in a while if I want to spread fertilizer down on the final growth stage. But the John Deere will be doing like the plowing mostly, and then planting in the springtime. The Deutz-Fahr, kind of the same stuff. It'll be doing like baling and planting. And the McCormick will be doing stuff like lime spreading, stone picking, that kind of stuff. Really, with the plow that we're using here, the subsoiler, I think all of our tractors can pull this. It doesn't require that much horsepower, but to make it more realistic, I think we got to go with a tractor that has a good amount of horsepower for what we're trying to do. And I think even the Kubota can handle the stone picker. Alright, so we are done subsoiling this wonderful wheat field, so no weeds will grow into it. I'm just going to park the beautiful 9R right here. I said beautiful so I don't upset any John Deere people. Actually, like I said, This John Deere, I don't mind. The other John Deeres, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I did not show you the inside. Of course, I haven't looked on the inside myself either. Let's have a look. Let's fire up the engine so we can see everything light up. So we got a corner mirror, side mirror, I'm sure. A whole bunch of controls on the right-hand side. Where's the important part, which is the cooler? A two-seater. I'm guessing there might be a cooler underneath the seat, like if you lift up the passenger seat. Might be a cooler under there. I'm not too sure. No sunroof in here, though. Not too bad. Anywho, the next step I need to do is I need to go to our production buildings. And first off, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Anything that's red that I'm not aware of that would be red. Let's see. The oil production. Yeah, canola oil, I can turn that off. Sunflower, I'm going to leave that on because that's probably going to happen soon. Cut sugar beet, I'll turn that off. Yeah, so we're full on sugar, so I could sell some sugar. But I'll deactivate that. TMR mixer is almost full, but it's just about out of hay. Well, actually, it is out of hay. And the BGA is all red. Okay, yep, the donut shop is out of sugar, milk, eggs, butter. Alright, so I guess I'm making... Is it out of chocolate? Not so much. Maybe I'll just make butter this time around. Let me just keep on checking on some things. Our fuel production for ethanol and diesel, that currently is done for, but it actually made 4,000 liters of diesel and 6,000 liters of ethanol. And a lot of gluten meal, corn gluten meal, and soybean meal, which we need for our food production, modern animal food production. All right, I need to check on Brad Pitt, though. What's Brad Pitt's status on stuff here? Butter. All right, so let's go down to the Dairy Godmother. Let's turn off chocolate, and we're just going to make all butter. What is the butter recipe? So almost even Stevens. All right, so now I just got to find the Mac Anthem, which I do believe is right here. Yep. Okay, we don't need that trailer. I do need my milk tanker, which is over by the sawmill. How you guys doing on manure? You're doing pretty good on manure. I may want to bring some more of that down to the BGA, get that process. I'm going to get some cash in. We need some cash. I mean, there's plenty of things. Like I said, sugar is something we can easily sell and get enough cash in. I am going to need, like I said, I think we're going to get 2 tankers just like this, but one for ethanol, one for diesel. Well, I'm getting to the point of 2 more tankers. Where am I going to park all this stuff? I bought this big shed to take care of my parking problem, and I keep buying more equipment. I don't know. We'll figure it out at that time. It's going to be a while before we do sell the diesel and ethanol. I do want to check on those prices as well, because when I first put it down, there wasn't much of a price fluctuation. But maybe now that it's been down for a while, maybe I'll see a price fluctuation into it. But if there is a major fluctuation in price, we'll just go ahead and sell it when we harvest the corn and it processes through everything that we need to do. Let's open up the tanker. At least I remember to do that. So while that's filling on up, let me go into here and let's see, ethanol and diesel. I thought diesel was right near the top somewhere. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so the price on diesel is just going from like $12.64 to $12.46. Not much of a price difference. Ethanol, I think we did see a price difference. Yeah, we're talking $19.60 to, we'll just say $1,600. So $1,600 to $2,000. So that's a big difference. All right, so how much milk do we have here? Ooh, that's actually a pretty darn good amount. Almost 30,000 liters of milk. So they're producing about 15,000 liters of milk per day. And of course, I think we got still like 60 or 70 cows maybe that have not reached mature age, so they're not producing milk yet. But this is all being brought down to be made into butter. I'm not going to rush getting sugar and eggs and all that to the donut shop because the donut shop requires milk as well. So they'll have to wait until September when the cows get us more milk. We'll bring butter on down, and we'll bring some milk on down. But we should get a good amount of money, I would say like November, December. So whenever we harvest the corn and soybeans and bring that on down here to be processed into fuel, and we go sell that, should be a pretty darn good payday. And at the same time, we have our cornfield that we're going to turn into chaff and making the silage, so I might be bringing that on down to the BGA and process that into energy. So we're going to get a lot of good cash, I think, in this winter. Oh, there we go. Make me that butter. Alright, so while that's unloading, let's go in here now so I don't spend the money anywhere else. I need to go into grape technology, which is... No, grape tech... Misclick. Back up. Grape technology. And where is... So I don't actually have to... I think it's telling me I don't actually have to mulch the grass for grapes. It's going to be just for the olives? Nope, you're showing me that there. A mulcher can be used to crush the crop stubble. So that's only 4,500. This we already have, right? Yep, we got that. So that's only 4,500. No options. Let's go ahead and buy that. So yeah, we'll take care of the mulch around it. We'll get that done probably next episode because I don't want to forget about it. We can hold off on the harvesting just a little bit. So we'll take care of the grapes probably first thing. We'll put the mulcher on the front and then the subsoiler on the back, and that should be good to go. And actually, I probably actually have enough money to... it doesn't actually show the manure spreader, which we saw last episode. Where are the manure spreaders here? And that cost $28,500, which I just barely have enough money for. So I'm going to hold off onto that, though, just to be sure. We don't have any other expenses coming on up. But as every hour passes, we're bringing in about maybe $1,000, $2,000 currently from the sawmill or the Big Red Barn, wherever it might be coming from. But that's where we are. So we got a lot of month to do. We got a lot to do this month. We already got started on a good amount of it. So the wheat field should be ready for the month of September. I don't think I'm going to get to spreading digestate in that field. We'll keep it for all the other fields because we'll be harvesting those fields this fall, and I got until next spring before I replant in those. So that gives me some time to get to that, so we can get to it at my leisure. And actually, the milking trailer, I'm actually going to park up by the cow barn because, yeah, I'm going to use that next month to bring milk on down to the donor shop and bread pit, probably. So I might as well just leave that here. Or maybe by the end of the day, if they made enough milk, I may bring some on down. That way we can get some more being made overnight. I'm going to park that right here. I'm going to let Frank keep on doing what he's doing. He's picking up stones. I need to go on down and grab the header. I was almost going to say header trailer, but it's a header and header trailer all in one. I need to pick that up for the 9T so we can harvest the sorghum. And then I'll probably grab the Landini and go grab the mulcher. And we'll get that all set up so beginning next episode we can do the grapes. And that way I don't have to worry about it. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.